The way California hires and fires its teachers denies children the right to a quality education, and it is unconstitutional. That's what a judge ruled in a contentious case about a job protections versus a child's right to a good public education. The landmark decision says laws currently on the books harm mostly poor and minority students by saddling them with bad teachers. Opponents, namely the teachers union, say they plan to appeal, but supporters are thrilled.
Policies like these that inhibit the ability of schools and principals to put the very best teachers and only the very best teachers in front of our students are simply not defensible. This is a win for teachers. This is a win for students. This is a win for California.
We believe very strongly that we will prevail on appeal.
There's nothing that's good that's going to come out of eliminating these statutes. It's not going to help us to have chaos.
The plaintiffs in this case praise the ruling, calling it a celebration. Critics assail it as detrimental and a way to scapegoat teachers for bigger problems plaguing the system. So the question is, who's right? To debate the merits of this ruling are Dennis Van Roekel, president of the National Education Association, and Jeannie Allen, president emeritus and senior fellow at the Center for Education Reform. Thank you both for being with me. Jeannie, to you first. You think the ruling is fantastic. Why?
Hooray. This is hooray for teachers, hooray for students. We have 10 million more than 10 million children in this country every year, Randy, who are failed outright by protections that leave ineffective teaching, ineffective systems, and ineffective programs in front of our kids. And they've been there not because our teachers aren't great, but because the system protects mediocrity at the expense of those kids. So this is a great day for the rights of children and teachers. On top of that, we have hundreds of thousands of young people who want to become teachers, often enter the system and are pushed out because things like tenure and seniority protect the adult at the expense of kids learning. We simply can't have that anymore.
Dennis, you know, we talked to some teachers who said that it was past time to do something about low-performing teachers. So what would your solution be?
Well, I think the most important thing to realize is that due process procedures do not prevent ineffective teachers from being hired. They do prevent good teachers from being fired for bad reasons. But the real problem here is that there are teachers who should not be in the classroom. That's what they're saying is the problem. I believe the real solution is to say, what is wrong with the hiring, recruitment, and licensing procedure that those people are allowed to be in the classroom? I think it is absolutely wrong in America to have an unlicensed, untrained, uncertified teacher put in as a teacher of record. You need to stop the pipeline. Every teacher who is made a teacher of record should be fully trained, certified, and licensed. That's how you solve the problem.
But Randy, this really isn't about certification, with all due respect to Dennis, and we'd welcome at the Center for Education Reform to join hands with Dennis and his colleagues in solving this problem. The reality is those policies, certification, don't cause teachers to be great or to fail. We have 91 teachers in 10 years in California who were dismissed, 91, and yet 22% of fourth graders can't do math. What's the problem? It's implementation. We have to give local school leaders, local school educators, and local parents the ability to hold their teachers and schools accountable, to put their parents and students at high levels of standards, and to be able to control their own destiny locally without these top-down state and national mandates that don't do anything but protect failure.
You know, I was talking to a CEO the other day, and he said to me if any division in his corporation had more than a 10% turnover, he would be down there to see the problem. If there are 91 people who were put in the classroom who are deemed to be totally incompetent and ineffective, I still believe that the solution is to solve the problem of not letting them in the first place. It shouldn't be let anybody in and then make it easy to fire them. The solution is to only hire well-trained, certified, and licensed teachers and then have a good evaluation system.
Okay, so,
no one wants an incompetent teacher in the classroom, especially us.
With so much talk of a teacher shortage, Jeannie, I mean, if teachers are laid off, where do we get the new ones?
Well, that's it. There's not a shortage of people wanting to teach, Randy. That's exactly right. There's no shortage of people wanting to teach. There are a shortage of people who systems are permitted to hire and who can be retained and rewarded, because we basically, what the judge just said in California, let's be clear what this means. What the judge said is tenure laws that allow a teacher who's been in the classroom for less than 2 years to get tenure without having to prove her or himself, are not fair to kids. What that does is it sets up a system where those teachers, whether they're good or not, can never truly be evaluated for performance. We are beyond the point in time.
It doesn't.
Dennis, very quickly.
That argument doesn't hold water in that they're hired and they have 2 full years to assess them each and every day or whenever they want to determine and to ensure they're quality
for the
teachers.
rest of their lives.
But
Every day.
no, that's not
Every
true.
day. That's
it's
what
not
our kids
true at all.
deserve.
All it is due process, and for 2 full years, in order to get rid of any teachers, all they have to say is we're not hiring you for next year. The
Great
idea that
teachers
laws
agree.
that protect good teachers from being fired for bad reasons is something that we need, and they were put in place long before unions.
Jeannie Allen, thank you both very much, and thank you everybody for watching.